L. Ron Howard wanted to start a cult.
L. Ron Hubbard.
That's 100% L. Ron Howard.
It's 100% L. Ron Hubbard.
It's 100% L. Ron Howard. 100%. What you gotta do is break him down. You gotta L. Ron Howard him.
That's not a thing. So much about Scientology except the guy's name. That's the easiest part of it. What was it? Was he invent Scientology like after he directed Backdraft in Apollo 13?
No, that was Ron Howard. I'm talking about L. Ron Howard.
Oh my God.
Guys, can we please stop?
Hey, good evening, guys. I hope everyone's well on this beautiful, beautiful Tuesday evening. I was debating whether I was going to use my common intro, which is obviously a little more light and upbeat, because I guess the message of this particular video in the end is hopeful, but it's coming on the tail end of a lot of drama that I'm sure everyone is aware of. And I also debated whether I should do this or not, whether it's pretentious of me to comment on a feud happening between a few heavyweights in the SPTV nation. But here's why I decided to bring my voice into this and to hopefully bring a little bit of joy or resolution in some way by giving my opinion on the matter. And the first reason is this. I'm going to be doing content with all my fellow SPTV creators over the next few days. I'm on with Mitch tonight. I'm going to be on with Janice and Mark Fisher tomorrow. And this is going to come up, and it's going to distract from the message I'm trying to continually convey on my channel. So I wanted to get it out of the way now. There really should be no question about whether or not I support Aaron Smith-Levin. I absolutely do. Absolutely 100% do. And I think everyone knows that. Aaron's the reason why I started my channel. Aaron is the person that pushed me to do it. And I found since doing this, it to be absolutely therapeutic. I enjoy it. I enjoy my content. I enjoy meeting and speaking to new people. And I enjoy all the people that I've met since doing this and people that have reached out to me that I knew a long time ago. That being said, I want to be careful about what I say tonight, but not too careful, because guess what, guys? I'm not in a cult anymore. I have freedom of speech. I can criticize other people without it being nasty or vindictive. I can give my opinion on what all happened yesterday between Aaron's video, which I actually thought was kind, polite, and decent in nature. Now, I did not find the video that Mark Headley, Claire Headley, and Mike Rinder did that good. And that's my opinion. Some of you may have found it to be decent. I did not like that Mike Rinder called the subscribers of SPTV keyboard warriors. I thought that was condescending. And I think you guys thought that too. But do I think you should stop following any one of those individuals? No, I don't. Because I think they all lend something valuable to this network. They're all there to present, to advocate for people leaving Scientology, for getting people out and making sure they can have a chance in life and be successful. And that may be unpopular to some of you. But And I do not pick teams. I do not do that. But Aaron has my support, unquestionably. And I think I've made that so clear in my videos. Aaron has Reese's support, and I think she made that clear yesterday. She does not know Mark Headley and Claire. She does not know Mike Rinder. I did not like their response. Now, at the same time, I don't think they owe anyone particularly an explanation for that. But I think the way they handled their video yesterday could have been a lot better. I don't think they should have had a moderator on there blocking all the comments and questions from you people, you subscribers. You're the ones that support us on these channels. There's going to be OSA bots in our chats. That's understood. But predominantly, I was watching both of those events happen live. I was watching the chats and I read almost all the comments afterwards. And I don't think that there was a whole lot of antagonism. Yes, there were some people that were very, very angry, and I understand that. But I thought there was a lot of intelligent questions that needed to be answered and weren't. And moderating those is not appropriate behavior. This is supposed to be an open forum. This is not Scientology. You should not be afraid to speak your mind. Now, do I think you should be factual when you make a statement? Do I think you should be careful about making emphatic statements unless they are true and provable? Absolutely. Because I think truth is a major factor. That being said, I can't vouch for everything Aaron said is 100% factual. Do I believe they are? Yes. But I couldn't tell you for sure. There's no way. But he presented it in a way that could be accepted, that could be understood. And I think a lot of people were waiting for the answer back that could have been done in a very cordial and professional manner, but was not. I also, again, do not think that in a public forum, those three particular individuals had to answer in a certain way, but they could have just as easily, in my opinion, said, we're going to sort this out. Because Aaron's upset for sure. Something created that situation for him to be so upset about a particular scenario that he felt he needed to speak about it in the way that he did. So on the other hand, you're gonna have to assume that something wasn't done totally correct and that something may need to be fixed about that. And I think those two things could have been resolved. I don't like drama. I think what Mike did with Leah with the aftermath is invaluable, and it created so many changes up until now. I think Mark Headley, with his original Blown for Good, getting the stories out, which is what got me into the whole subject, which is what began my trip down really understanding how bad Scientology and the Sierra are. So, and I want, in the end, I want for everyone to get back together. I want for it to be a happy, it maybe not be the great word for this, because the subject, the content is not always happy, though we're trying to mix up that and have it so that everyone has a voice and talks about their experience. What I would like, obviously, is it for it to be resolved so we can get back to our message. And I actually hope that Aaron starts his next foundation, and that also contributes to everything. Now, I'm a person that's not intimately connected to either side. So it's very easy for me to speak about this and say that maybe there should be an apology on one side. Maybe they should sort out behind the scenes. But I do truly believe they should. And I believe we should let SPTV get back to its message. But I also think that some behaviors that happened here that were brought up can be remedied and fixed so it does not happen in the future. When I just completely unbiased watched the videos, it was pretty apparent to me that there was some behavior that was slightly reminiscent of Scientology. And I think a lot of the people, a lot of the studied subscribers that have watched these channels for a long, long time did see that. There was very, very intelligent questions happening. There was observations people were making that I found to be so insightful that you only could be someone that has been listening to these channels for a long, long time. So I get everything I've just said may piss some people off to no end. And I don't apologize for that because I'm not in a cult. I couldn't question Dave Miscavige when I was in the cult. I couldn't question an executive, but I can question it now. Okay. And I think it is all one team. There's not Team Aaron, Team Mike, and Team that. Moving forward, it should be all one team. But I think that someone who's been on this format, who's kind of pioneered this for everyone, Aaron Smith-Levin, should have a right to be heard. And I think the people that have accused or whatever it may be, again, I don't have proof either way. But I also don't think that Mike Rinder saying he took the high road while also calling Aaron Smith-Levin a liar is correct. And I think it should be sorted out. And that's what I have to say about that. That's all I have to say about it, guys. I hope you understand. I'm not going to be able to answer a whole lot of questions right now. I do see the chat just firing up on the right side, and I see a lot of people have sent me super chats, and I appreciate that. I have a regularly scheduled 8 o'clock live with Mitch that I love doing. I love co-creating with other people on SPTV. And as you guys know, Mitch and Aaron have not always seen eye to eye, but that doesn't stop me from working with Mitch because I like Mitch. I like Aaron. I don't care what they think about each other. I really don't. I make my opinion of people on my own. That's why I don't think anyone should unsubscribe from Aaron, or anyone should unsubscribe from Mark or Claire or Mike, because all the information provided, separate than this drama that happened, is valuable. Every one of those content creators have something to offer and give. Guys, that's all I have to say tonight. It's not more explosive than that. I just wanted to say that I think we should get back to our regularly scheduled programming. I think we should fix whatever the problems are. I'm going to be working with Aaron to just blow our channels up and get and reach even more and more people. I'm going to be working with Reese on doing that. I'm going to be working with Mitch on my part. I hope to be back on with Mike Brown on this. I hope to be back on with Jackson. I hope to be back on with everybody and just creating great content. And I hope you all join us and share along the ride as you have been, because really, guys, it's you, the subscribers, that make a difference. It's you, the subscribers, that talk to Reese for hours on her lives and make her feel great. It's you, the subscribers, that made her son's birthday. That brought me to tears, guys. You made her son's birthday, who lost his grandparents, special. So it's you guys that we create this content for, with the hopes that Scientologists that either have just left or still in see the content and maybe want to come out, because the best we can do is get people out of Scientology so they can live their lives. Anyways, guys, I got to eat something before I get onto my next live. I really appreciate all of the 1,000 of you that are in here, that you even take the time to listen to me is appreciated. And I hope we can get this resolved. And I hope everyone just continues rolling forward on their content and it just gets better and better. Thank you so much for being here tonight. I appreciate it. And I'll see you guys soon. Thank you.